Greetings and welcome to Currents Up Close. My name is Kim Manning and I manage the Cedar Falls Tourism and Visitors Bureau, and I have got a big show for you today. I have the President and Vice President of the Sturgis Falls Celebration, Jay Stoddard and Linda Kennedy. We're going to talk about everybody's favorite weekend, the Sturgis Falls Celebration. We got a lot to do, so let's talk quick.
Okay, yeah, we talked about being auctioneers at the beginning of this, but this is a big year, and it's our 40th anniversary, huge. It's one that where we reflect back on our founders, where we're at today, where we're going, but one of the things we're going to try to do during the Sturgis Falls weekend is look at our founders, Judy Cutler, Rosemary Beach, and Tom Klemick, who will be looking at us from above. And we're going to have a reception for the past board members from noon until 1:30 right after the parade in the City Council chambers. So we hope that all our past board members are looking at this and will be able to come and enjoy a get-together, and for us to be able to thank them for all the years of work that they did, and as we look back at how we got to where we're at today, frankly.
Well, yes, and let me just say 40 years, that is a huge accomplishment. And I think that's a big part of it, is that you do have so many people that have been involved, and you take the time to honor them and yourselves as well. You guys have both been very long time workers on this.
It seems to go quickly.
Well, let's talk about that 40th anniversary and what some of the special things are.
Well, our theme this year, of course, is No Place Like Home, and we have a great art rendition of the theme by Gary Kelly, and it is for sale in the tourism office, also online.
Sure.
And they go to sturgisfalls.org and they're able to order it right online and have it shipped to them. So we hope that people would like to buy a piece of history and get one of our posters to hang on their wall at home.
It's really special.
It'll also be available during Sturgis Falls weekend at the memorabilia tent in Overman Park.
Okay, great. So people have a lot of ways to get that, and it's really wonderful that Gary got involved. Tell us a little bit about that and how all that transpired.
Well, I'd asked Gary back in the year 2000 to do our 25th anniversary one, and he was kind enough to do that. So I came back to him again and asked for this, and he graciously, said he would do that. And so we basically have a limited run of these posters. So we're hoping that if people want them, that they can get them before they're all gone.
Sure, that's nice that you have an online option as well. And all of these things that we're going to talk about today can be found on that website, sturgisfalls.org. Complete schedule. You can order your posters. What about T-shirts? Can you get T-shirts down that way? Or?
T-shirts would have to be gotten at the World's Window, downtown Cedar Falls, or also in the memorabilia tent there right in Overman Park during the weekend.
Sure. Yeah.
You'll have them too.
What a fun theme to work with too. I'm sure that
we've seen the shirts. They are available now at World's Window, but we saw them beforehand and they turned out really well.
Great. Well, I think folks will kind of recognize the theme of the artwork, and they'll kind of recognize that from years past. So it's kind of a nice tie to some things that have been done in the community in the past. Well, let's get right into our entertainment lineup, because I know you guys have a lot to share about that. Linda, you've been kind of in charge of the Overman Park area.
For a couple years now.
Yeah, you want to tell us what's going on there?
Well, we are thrilled beyond that we're going to be having the Paris Island Marine Band join us. They have been with us before, but due to circumstances beyond our control, we have not had the Marine Band for the last few years. And so we are very, very pleased to have them return, and I'm hoping they're just as pleased to come back. But
I hear they
that's our big thing.
So. It's my understanding they love to come to Cedar Falls because we do roll out the red carpet for them.
Yeah, we're also pretty excited. We've got a joint effort between the 34th Army Band that'll be marching in the parade, and then they have a small subgroup that is called, one of their small subgroups is called Scrap Metal, and they will be on stage mid-afternoon on Saturday, and that's something new for us. We're excited about that.
Great. Well, you've got a big lineup at Overman Park. Tell us a little bit more about what people are going to see on the stage.
Well, we've got 3 or 4 new bands on Friday afternoon. Michael, let's see, I'm not good at remembering the names sometime, but on Friday in the afternoon, we've got Michael Reed Band, we've got Michael J. Toma, we've got the Marshall J. Band. I think those 3 haven't been with us before. And then we've got a lot of our favorites that'll be back. And of course, the Cedar Falls Community Theater will do their presentation during the judges' deliberation for the talent competition. And we're thrilled that Bill Riley is going to join us this year because he's our celebrity marshal. And so he will be back for the talent competition on Friday night, opening ceremonies a little earlier, and then he's going to present the awards and then reintroduce the winners on Saturday afternoon. So we're pretty excited about that. And then Sunday, we get some of our favorites. We change our worship bands each year so that we have a variety of churches represented with just contemporary worship music on Sunday morning. But then we end everything on Sunday evening with the Cedar Falls Municipal Band.
Great. Well, it's a nice, relaxing space. Lots of great entertainment for the whole family. And speaking of the whole family, right next door, we've got a lot going on in the Kids Way area.
A lot.
A lot. Tell us about that, too.
Well, I work with Molly Kaler, and she's our queen of the Kids Way. And Molly puts a lot of love and excitement into the Kids Way. They will be dressing for the children's parade on Friday afternoon, I'm sure, and then you just never know what hats or apparel will be worn under the Kids Way tent. There'll be a lot of the old favorites. Dean Franzen will be with us, and Eric Michaels will be with us. On Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there'll be Kids Way activities, and they will be this year for the first time Friday activities all throughout the day, which usually has not happened. This will be the inaugural year for Friday afternoon activities. So, you know, there's stage events, there's activities under the big top, there's a lot going on, and there'll be a lot of fun happening over the weekend.
Great. Well, that just kind of reminds me to say that you do such a great job of bringing back our favorites that everybody looks forward to all year long, but yet we adjust things a little bit and you add something new that people can look forward to and something to keep it fresh.
It does.
Yeah, so while you have been at this for a very long time, you keep things fun and interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Next on the list, we have the parade to talk about. That's a big favorite. And with this theme, my goodness, aren't you going to have fun with that?
I sure hope we have lots of floats, because to me, this theme just brings it home.
Yeah.
In more ways than one. Pun intended, I think.
Yeah, really.
Anyway, we'll be having some of our marching bands. 34th Army will be in the parade. Our parade director, Rose Miller, has done a super duper job, and she has, I think she said at our board meeting that she has already almost 70 entries and is looking for probably close to 100 or somewhere there over. The deadline is June 1.
And that's a strict deadline.
It's a very strict deadline, but we certainly hope that we have lots of other, floats, bands, walking units, and just a reminder that this is really, really important that the theme is shown in your float or display. So, but yeah, we're looking for a lot of fun, and the Budweiser Clydesdales will be in the parade on Saturday, which is exciting, very exciting. They were here for our 25th anniversary, so it's wonderful that Jay has worked very hard to get them, and with the people at Far Beverage, to get them back to Cedar Falls. So we are thrilled. We'll have the Wells Fargo Stagecoach as well, which is another big exciting thing. And so we're just hoping for great weather and lots of folks to enjoy themselves.
Well, I'll tell you, I've witnessed it many times. Even if we don't have great weather, our people turn out, don't they?
Especially for the parade.
Yeah. Well, Rosie's got a big job, but I'm sure she's going to do just great with it. She did last year,
She will.
Yep. Well, so let's see. On to the Arts and Crafts Fair. That's a big one too.
It is, and we're looking forward to having a nice variety of vendors, and probably we're about 2/3 full at this point in time, and with the applications that are continuing to come in, I think we may end up with a full house this year, which would really be exciting. So there's just a huge variety of stuff, and the intention for this Arts and Craft Fair is that the vendors make their items themselves. It's not a buy-sell Arts and Craft Fair. This is a, you have your twist on it and do that. If folks are interested in buy-sell type things, then we have the Gateway Market, which is across the river over by the big shelter and by the entertainment and by the Clydesdales. They will have a display over there. And so we have those two opportunities. The Arts and Craft Fair is just Sunday only, so that'll be the 28th. And the Gateway Market is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
So they have two options.
Well, that's great. That's another kind of newer experience that we're offering.
Right.
So, yeah, lots of different ways to enjoy the festival. The Clydesdales, we kind of touched on them a bit.
Yeah, the Clydesdales, I mean, Terry Timmerman, of course, has done the yeoman's work on this, and from Far Beverage, getting them to come here. And of course, Linda, being the horse whisperer in our on our committee, has helped as well. And we are thrilled that not only they're going to be in the parade, but you're really only able to see them for a couple minutes in the parade, but they're able to actually go see them at the Clydesdale Experience, which will be right in Gateway Park. They're right by the big shelter called the Sturgis Falls Shelter, and they will be on display for people to come there between 1 o'clock on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then till through about 7 o'clock. And on Friday, I believe it's only till 6, but the others are 7. So there'll be plenty of time. People can go there at photo op with the horses and be able to see them. They'll be stabled there 24/7 from the whole weekend, and they'll be leaving again on Monday. So this is a real treat, I think, for the whole area. In fact, frankly, for the state of Iowa. So it's just a huge event. And the Gateway Market is right beside this Clydesdale Experience. So those people that are wanting a booth with a lot of people, that would be a good thing to sign up. And Jan Benson does a great job with that. And so she's got her catcher's mitt on. So all they have to do is go online, and you can apply and pay for everything for getting a booth over there at the Gateway Market. Also the carnival will be there for its normal times during the weekend. So
Sure. Well, you too have brought up some very big features, the Marine Band and the Clydesdales. Those things don't just happen. They take a lot of work to bring those big groups in, and that's a very big deal and very appropriate for our 40th anniversary.
We're looking forward to it.
Right. Well, I think we'll take a quick break and regroup a bit, and we'll come back and talk a little bit more about what's happening at Gateway Park.
The Sturgis Falls celebration in Cedar Falls. No place like home. The Gateway Park stage will be rocking with Dylan Sires and Neighbors, the Brazilian Twins, Wicked Anderson, 16 Candles, Stackhouse, Checker and the Blue Tone, Arch Allies, the Salsa Band, Bob Dorr and the Blue Band, and Daphne Willis. Visit the Gateway Market and see the Budweiser Clydesdales on exhibit in Gateway Park, as well as the Sturgis Falls Car Show. No place like home at the Sturgis Falls celebration in Cedar Falls. The Sturgis Falls celebration in Cedar Falls. No place like home. Overman Park features great music all weekend, including the Paris Island Marine Band. We've got fun for the kids under the Kidsway tent, or you can enjoy the rides at the carnival in Gateway Park. Join us for the Sturgis Falls Parade on Saturday and the Arts and Crafts Fair on Sunday. No place like home at the Sturgis Falls celebration, June 25th through the 28th in Cedar Falls.
Welcome back to Currents Up Close. We're talking about the Sturgis Falls Celebration Weekend taking place June 25th to the 28th this summer. And we kind of concentrated on things in the Overman Park area, parades and street fair, that kind of thing during the first half. Now we're going to focus a little bit more on the other side of the river at Gateway Park. Jay, you've got an awfully lot going on over there. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the carnival? Should we start out there?
If people come across the Main Street Bridge there, you'll see the carnival where it always has been across from Fuzzy's Auto, and then things kind of start from there and go east, and we're through all the carnival area there where families can bring their kids and so forth, and it'll be perfect for families when they come over to see the Clydesdale, which will be right beside as you go east from the carnival. And there's a photo ops there that people are going to be able to get to take with the horses and see the hitch and all those sorts of things. So that'll be an exciting thing, I think. A lot of parents may or may not come to Gateway Park, but I think this year there'll be a lot that may not have, that will this year because of the Clydesdales. And you've got your carnival right there to help entertain the kids. And then, of course, you keep walking east, you walk right through the Gateway Market, where we expect to have record crowds visiting that area, and then into our entertainment area where we've got 14 bands that'll be playing during the weekend. We start out on Thursday night with Dylan Sires and the Brazilian Twins, and they are, I think, a fantastic duo to kick off the Gateway Park entertainment. The Brazilian Twins, if anybody knows them, guys have a lot of energy.
A little energy.
And they've got a great sense of humor and are really looking forward to playing. And they've got a few surprises for people that'll be coming there to see them. Then on Friday, we start off with chocolate crackers, followed by the Wicked Andersons, and then 16 Candles. And 16 Candles come from Chicago and are being sponsored by Martin Brothers. They've got Casey Hoffman, who's brought her wishes to us, and so we've hired them, and she works at Martin Brothers, so you can see the connection there. And,
okay.
And it's a fantastic band that I've listened to personally, and I think everybody's going to be really treated by this Chicago band and so forth, and maybe see them if they're real popular for many years to come. Moving into Saturday, we have Sideshow Bob, followed by the Ramblers, and then we have Stackhouse, and then Checker and the Blue Tones, and then followed by the ever-favorite Arch Allies, who were unable to play last year, so I think there are a lot of people that will enjoy seeing them come back and for a rerun of the last year's lineup. And then on Sunday, we have the 3rd Street Band, followed by the Salsa Band, and then the Blue Band, who I think have been playing every single year for us since the beginning, so that's an old-time favorite. And then Daphne Willis, who will be back from last year's, was unable to play then, and so forth. But one of the things that we wanted to mention was the transportation that we have for everybody coming over into the Gateway Park area. Parking is always a problem, and we think that we have a great solution for that with people. We have 2 17-seater trams that run from right across from Fuzzy's Auto, across the bridge over to the Overman Park area, drop off people, pick them up, bring them back. We also have 6-seater golf carts that are taking people from all over the parking areas to the various events, the Clydesdales or the carnival or the entertainment in Gateway Park or the Gateway Market. So it's a real fun thing. We do ask $1 per person as a donation to help us cover the expenses of that. And we have the infamous Derby Divas, who are they are driving the golf carts. So that's a fun group to be doing that, and they love doing it, and I think people will enjoy them as well.
Well, as we said before, you all are doing a great job of bringing back the favorites that everyone looks forward to each summer, but yet you add something new. I think parking, really, there's a lot of parking over at Gateway. In my view, it's a very walkable festival. Everything's really compact, but you've gone the extra mile and offered this transportation option. So that's wonderful.
We have a lot of people that appreciate people that as we get older, I got my hand in the air. I can walk still, but there are people that do appreciate the ability to be able to just get in a golf cart and be delivered someplace. So it makes coming to Sturgis Falls a more enjoyable, doable thing, and so we think it's a win-win thing for everybody having that.
Sure, yeah, you make it accessible to everyone. And there's another way folks can enjoy the Gateway Entertainment in the Skybox area. Tell us about that.
Well, we do have actually 3 different areas that can be rented, and we still have some time slots and spaces that people can rent. We have the Skybox, which is basically a 40 by 60 tent over an elevated area where people can view the stage. It's the best seats in the house right there because you're up elevated and it's private. People rent it from us and they can go to our website and contact us about reserving it. We also have 2, we call them class reunion tents, so they can be just basically businesses rent them. They're 2 40 by 40 tents that are right beside the Skybox. So we actually have 3 areas that people can rent and to have a private area all to themselves during the event. So we've had a lot of requests for where can we set up our tent, and of course we don't have room for people to set up tents, so we came up with the idea of the Skybox and the 2 40 by 40 tents.
Great. So there's a myriad of options available, really. But so people can rent those spaces, but all of this top-notch entertainment is available at no cost.
It's free. Yep.
Yep, that is what's so amazing about this festival. You bring in all these big names and attractions like the Clydesdales, like the Marines, and there's no cost except what you want to eat and drink and buy for souvenirs, right?
Well, and we do appreciate the community's support in all this, all the businesses that make this available. Any business listening to this that would like to be part of this, to sponsor something, they can go online, sturgisfalls.org, and look at some of the items that are still, some of the acts and things that are still available that we need help sponsoring. So we'd appreciate any help the community and their continued support can do. And we love it that people support this event like they do and have over the years.
Yep, 40 of them.
40 years, yep.
Yep, and it's such a robust website, really. All of the details are there. And there's also an app that you can download to keep on your smartphone to keep tabs of schedules and what's happening.
Far Reach Technologies has been great in coming up with this, this mobile app for us, and I think over the years and people using their smartphones more and more and more, that's just going to become a bigger and bigger item.
Right.
For us spreading the news of what's happening and people wanting to know where to go.
One more example of a new feature. We've had that a couple of years, but as the 40 years have rolled on, there's been improvements all along the way, haven't there?
Technology has just changed so much in 40 years, and our hats off to Far Reach for all they do for us, because they do so much more that's behind the scenes that the general public probably would have no idea what they do. The app will probably be up and running soon. I think as it usually occurs around the 1st of June that they put in the new year, and we also will have our program available via that app that you can go to the website and get the entire program without ever opening the actual program guide.
Okay, lots of options there. Now, where will people be able to find their programs?
Well, the programs will be distributed at all the main sponsors, businesses and locations. Probably one of the more used spots is Hy-Vee would be an area that we probably have more go through there, as well as out at the Tourism and Visitor Center and so forth. So usually people don't have a problem finding the program guides because they are blanketed all over town at all the businesses that help us.
Right.
And we'll also have them available in Overman Park and probably in Gateway area somewhere too for people who want to pick them up. Plus we also do the trifold, which is really handy because then that can just be folded up and stuck in your pocket or stuck in your bag or whatever you have. And if you don't care to have the other parts that appear in the program guide, the trifold is really, really handy.
Well, you and the rest of the board have really got it right in being able to serve up this information in a variety of ways, so it's accessible any way somebody prefers to receive it. Well
Try.
done. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, we should mention also this weekend is also the Cedar Basin Jazz Festival happens, and they've got a great lineup as well.
They do. They have the Saints Dixieland Band playing, the St. Louis Stompers, Petra Von Nies, River City Six, the Snosberries is their late night, part of their late night deal. The Nadas, another very local favorite, Act 4. So those are the late night, I think that's what they technically call it, and so forth. And also on Friday night is the Firefighters Dance that'll be in Police Officers Memorial Park starting at 5 o'clock, and they've got a great lineup. People can go online and see all the different bands that'll be playing there. Also in the Police Officers Park is where the car show will be on Sunday starting 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and people that go there, some of the wives will be able to be taken over to the Arts and Crafts Fair across the river by the tram. So we've got transportation
perfect.
from the car show for the ladies that don't necessarily like the cars so much and would rather go over to the Arts and Crafts. We've got kind of a tie-in between the car show and our transportation and the Overman Park area.
Great. You've thought of everything, haven't you?
Trying to.
Hope so.
And there's great food to be enjoyed in all of the parks.
Yes.
If you can't find what you want during Sturgis Falls weekend, boy, it's, I'm not saying that everything is 100% healthy, but most of the things are things you can't buy in a grocery store or fix at home very easily. So it's kind of a treat for people for one weekend out of the year to kind of splurge, have a good time, and eat some of those things that you may not have otherwise done because of health or availability reasons.
That's right.
Well, in Overman, we're also going to have a few new food vendors that we haven't had. Our new director of board, Bet Peterson, has brought in some new folks. So I think we'll see some exciting changes with that. Just changes the menu a little bit for the park. So it's going to be awesome.
Great. And once again, you want to recognize former board members at a special event. Can we just review that one more time real quickly?
We're looking to have a lemonade and cookie reception, so it's just simple, you know, just stop by. And the exciting part, it's going to be hosted by Rosemary Beach and Judy Cutler.
Oh,
and so
that's nice.
we are
they're
so
looking
thrilled.
forward to that for sure.
So thrilled that they're going to be joining us, and from what I understand via Rose Miller, our parade director, they're very excited to do this. So I hope that we can get the word out. We are just trying to do word of mouth and electronic media and the like, so that people can get the word. So if people can share with other people they know were on the board or the committee, because early on it was not a board, it was just a group of people that were a committee, and so we don't want to miss any of the voting members that were a part of Sturgis Falls from the beginning.
Sure.
So we hope people will spread the word, and they can just come and visit and stay as long as they'd like, but it'll be from noon to 1:30 in City Hall in the City Council Chambers room.
Great, great.
And Judy's coming back from Florida and so forth, and as she and Rosemary say, and Tom did, that this was just, they were just going to have a party that weekend to celebrate the bicentennial, and I'm sure they had no idea what this was going to evolve into. So I think they're very excited to see what their ideas were, and not necessarily a vision, but I think down deep inside they may have had a thought about that.
Well, you two are very humble as well. You've both been involved for many, many years. How many years have you been?
31.
Yeah.
Gives away my age.
Yeah. Linda?
He started when he was 10, I think.
Thank you. How kind.
I've had a two-term combination, and I think I'm over 15. I can't
Well,
remember
and
for
we've
sure.
got brand new board members as well, so there's a great mixture of old and new, as well as the entertainment and the weekend. So thanks so much for all you're doing. We're looking forward to the celebration June 25th and 28th. Thank you for joining us today, and be sure and get out and enjoy the celebration.
You're watching Channel 15, Cedar Falls Community Television.